my birthday weekend. Yeah, we're gonna use the family cookbook. Grandma and my aunt put this together, yeah. Her name is Aura, and my aunt's name's Karen. Banana bread. So I'm just gonna get all the ingredients together. And then we've heated the oven to 350. We're gonna get our little bread pan ready. I made it quite a few times. And I thought maybe I'll have Crisco, but I don't. So we're gonna use some butter. Just greasing up the pan. I don't really cook with Crisco, but it's good for making sure it doesn't stick. Alright. So we're going to beat our sugar and our oil. That's the Puget Sound. I've been in Seattle since mid-August. Just your regular sugar. Yeah, if you want to spend more money on ingredients, go for it, but we're just going to use your basic sugar. And then oil, we have a half cup we need. This can just be your typical vegetable oil. This is your typical KitchenAid mixer. This has different add-ons for mixing and making bread, and then it has a little thing if you want to make sausage, or just get a little bowl, and you know, you're gonna want something to mix it real well with. Doesn't matter too much. It's just a little easier with the KitchenAid. Okay, and then we're gonna, once we mix it up a little bit, we're gonna add our eggs, our bananas, our sour cream, and our vanilla. So we have 2 eggs. I think this will only take us about 10 minutes to get it all mixed up and ready to go. It doesn't take too long. And we're going to bake it at 350 for about 50 to 60 minutes, just depending. Compost. So yeah, they just do a lot of recycling here in Seattle. You have compost, which is great for garden. And the city actually does their own composting, so you can actually use it to make energy too. I mean, it's just really great, but it's mainly for gardening. It's pretty crazy. Like in Salt Lake, nobody does compost, and if you live in an apartment, you don't recycle. Here, in an apartment, everybody's recycling. We're gonna add 2 bananas. Let them ripen up a little. Gives them a lot more flavor. Okay, and we're gonna add some sour cream and we're gonna add some vanilla. And we just want 1/2 cup of sour cream. Sour cream just gives it a creaminess, makes the bread softer. I like using buttermilk for shape. Yeah, and I'm probably going to need a little utensil to get this out. Let's see, what do I have in here even? A lot of my kitchen utensils have disappeared since I moved. Awesome. And then we are going to add our vanilla. Before we do that, I'm just going to beat this all up a little bit. Just get it started a little. And then we're good to go. Need about a tablespoon of that. Or sorry, a teaspoon. We're just using your basic vanilla. Sometimes I'll go all out and get fancy vanilla, but it doesn't matter too much. It does taste better. It's an ingredient if you wanted to splurge a little. Good vanilla is always a good way to go. So I'm just making sure we have everything. You know, I've made this before. It's not one of the things I make all the time. And while that's mixing, I'm going to grab some flour. We only need about 1/2 cup. This just makes 1 loaf of bread. Wash this bad boy. Need 1/2 cup of flour. And we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I don't have any baking soda. This is very necessary. I have baking powder, but not baking soda. Really, the main difference that I can tell is they come in a different container. So, I'm gonna go ask my neighbors for some baking powder. Baking soda, I mean, 1 teaspoon. I gotta get some baking soda. Just make sure I don't ask for baking powder and then I have to come back. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, thank you. All right, so Chris was really awesome, and she gave us some baking soda. So we're all set. So I didn't bring a lot of my stuff with me because I moved with someone, thought I was going to have a roommate situation going, and then decided I needed to have my own place. So, all this is in here now. We just put in 1 teaspoon. So now we have everything. It's always good to do a quick double check. Flour, our soda, our salt, our eggs, our bananas, our sour cream, our vanilla. So we're good to go. And we're gonna just mix it all up till it's just combined. No, just do it until all the ingredients are combined. So you're not gonna wanna like go crazy with it. You don't want it over. So this is what you'd use if you don't have a little mixer. Just gonna use it to get the stuff off the sides there. It smells really good. You know, I'm not really one for walnuts. Walnuts is usually a nuts I'll put in there, but yeah, if you want, put some nuts in there. It's not a bad idea. So now all the ingredients are moistened. We don't want to over mix it. We're gonna call that good. Take this off so it's really nice. Pour this batter into our prepared can. You made this book possible. Thank you for taking the time to search out and give me your recipes. This book could not have touched as many lives without you. I mean, this isn't something I often make, but we're gonna have some chunks of banana in there that aren't quite mixed up all the way, but that's good. It gives it some like texture, a little surprise bite in there. So yeah, I wish I had a spatula. That's okay. So we're gonna bake this for 50 minutes. 50 to 60 until a toothpick comes out clean. Although I'm pretty certain my toothpicks are where I last lived as well. That's okay, we can use a knife and that's gonna work just as well. So my mom always told me to clean up right away. I'm not always good at that, but I try and do that as I go. It'll just make it easier. Yeah, I think it's always nice to help out, and if your girl's cooking something nice for you, definitely do the dishes.